Hi guys, let's imagine a scenario. Maybe after spending a couple hours researching and catching signals and everything, you finally found your perfect account list. You have a list of accounts you want to reach out to, they're the perfect ICP fit, and you are just ready to reach out to all of those. How do you find the people in these companies? So, we have tons of different ways in which you can find people. And today I'm going to talk about found people from company, which is an enrichment available on Bitscale. You can find it in the enrichment section right here at the top right of your grid, and inside the people section it's available right here. You can also find it in the company section, or simply search for it and just select it, and it would open a nice little interface for you, a tile wherein you can put in all the different search parameters that you want and your persona ICP. So the companies you have already found you want to reach out to, there will be a specific persona that you want to reach out to, right? So in cases such as those, just utilize this, map it to the company website that you have found, and just pick what is the most relevant job title for you. Now you can either do that, or you can also set up a combination of departments and seniorities, because sometimes you might want to reach out to like a whole department, and especially decision makers of those departments. In those cases this works better than just putting in like a singular job titles. That is something that you can do. You can also pass locations, and you have a few unique filters here where you can actually find out how much time they spent in a company and what their total experience is. Some of these factors or filters are not available with our competitors, so can leverage these. And so I'll just find maybe product management managers and above, right? Directors, head, VP. Okay, maybe these are not relevant for me. Okay, I'll just save this. I'll run it for the first time. And great, we have a few contacts available that we can reach out to. Next, we can simply export them into a separate grid. Now, your account level data would usually be in a grid where each and every account that you want to reach out to is in a separate row. And while you have all of these contacts initialized in this cell, you can't really act much upon it as long as it exists in just one cell. So you would want them to be exploded across rows. So for that, you can use this export leads button. So just open any of these cells and click on export leads. It would create a export to grid enrichment or action for you, and then you can just set a destination grid. The export list data would be auto mapped, so you don't need to make any changes here. Just go to destination grid and click on create new grid, and once you do that, it would create a workbook. So the new grid would be created. It would be available in a workbook along with your account level grid. So in essence, a single workbook is containing the entire flow, your account level data, if you have done any enrichments, and all of those data can then be referenced inside your contact level grid as well. How you can do that is when you are actually pushing or exporting the so-called leads, you can include columns that you want to send along with it. So for example, if I have found revenue here for the company, which is a relevant data point that I want to reference maybe sometime in the future, so I'll just select that revenue column here and I'll save it. Once it's saved, all I need to do is run this export leads column, and it will push all of these leads to this second grid. Great, we have all the leads available. I'll just initialize these values so that it's better looking, and I can then set up more enrichments over these, or maybe find their emails or phone numbers, something like that, title, etc. Now, the data point that we pulled from the account level grid that we wanted to reference across each contact, that will be available in the source button right here. So we just click on this, here it is. You can add that as a column, and once you do that, you'll see that it's replicated. So we had 10 contacts for, what was this company? MoEngage, right? So we had 10 contacts for MoEngage, and the same value has been replicated across these 10 contacts. So now you can set up sort of like an email waterfall or maybe a phone waterfall to find more information about these contacts, or maybe set up an outbound campaign on these. And the best thing is, once you are done with the setup, the enrichments and the write to grid functionalities, you don't need to set this ever again. So if you ever want to run this for a new account, you can simply select that from here and run the entire row, and you won't have to like touch any of the columns. Like it will just run automatically. It will flow into this grid, and it will populate the setup columns automatically. If you have any other questions, do reach out to us. This is like sort of like a bread and butter type of use case on Bitscale. So I hope you guys are able to utilize it well in your workflows. Cheers.